Giving all praise and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakakadash. Double honor stills to GMS. Also salutations to all the Akim out there that's pushing this truth, and also shalom to the rest of the hopeful elect. I think I'm going to title this lesson, Children Are Still Being Passed Through the Fire for Molech. Alright? Or Baphomet. Alright? Now, do they actually pass them through the fire? Not probably somewhere secretly, but the way they do it boldly in your face is how they attack children through this trance thing, through this freakism, all right? Where they make choices or put things in kids' heads, right? Where they can tell a boy you can be a girl, or a girl you can be a boy, right? And they put them on blockers, all right? I was about to say a country, but a state like California, they was trying to make it legal. Oh, it might be legal that your child can have a sex change without you, So these are some of the crazy practices, all right, that America has, all right? So, matter of fact, let's see, all right, because I looked up Baphomet, all right? Let's look up a picture of Baphomet, right? This would be a picture of what it looks like, all right? Because Baphomet and Molech, or Molech, is the same demon, all right? And it's always been around, all right? Let me go back to, right? Let's read someone. It says, Baphomet is not an ancient god, but a symbolic figure for the medieval. So a symbolic figure that comes from the medieval miscommunications, 14th century heresy trials, the 19th century occultic invention, right? Medieval origins, the Crusades and Knight Templars. The word Baphomet first appeared in 1098 in a letter by a crusader named Anselm of Ribemont, who wrote that the Turks were calling upon Baphomet during a battle. Historians note this likely was an old French corruption of Mohammed's name, Prophet Muhammad, right? Let's see what else they got. All right, so let's get to that. Well, let's see though. Let's see what would Molech look like. All right. Look up an image of Molech. Same damn thing, man. Except it's built, it look somewhat different. See what you see? Oh, this is a perfect one right here, right? And what does it have in it? A child. You see? This is an evil place, so the same thing. Baphomet, Molech, right? They probably just add stuff to the gods, put a twist, to their doctrine, add more wickedness to it. But I mean, hell, what more else? Well, hell, I was about to say what more else, but hell, besides passing through the fire, or what they doing now is cutting off their genitals. All right, like who would be a person that worship Baphomet? Dwayne Wade or Magic Johnson, right? How they made their sons sodomites. You see? So hey, which is against the scriptures, man. As you can see, it's the same demon, right? And it's supposed to have, female parts and male parts, right? And that's why they mess with the kids' fun parts, In fact, let's grab a couple scriptures real quick. Just read through some of these. Leviticus 18 and 21. And thou shalt not let any of thy seed pass through the fire of Molech, neither shalt thou profane the name of thy power, for I am the Lord. Let's see if we can find a couple more. Deuteronomy 18:10. And there shall not be found among you any one that maketh his son or daughter to pass through the fire, or use this divination, or observer of times, or enchanter, or a witch, right? And that's all we surrounded surrounded around us is witches and warlocks. You know, you never know who a goddamn witch. Hell, you got people in that house, regular people, both supposed regular people, using goddamn tarot cards. Witchcraft is probably at an all-time high. Hell, you can go on TikTok and you'll see people doing tarot card readings on TikTok. You see? So let's see if we can find another couple more scriptures. Okay. 2 Kings 16:3. But he walked in the way of the kings of Israel, yea, made his sons to pass through the fire according to the abomination of the heathen. So you see, that's a heathen ritual, who the Lord cast out before the children of Israel. 2 Kings 23:10. And he defiled Tophat, which is in valley of the children of Hinnom, that the man might make his son or his daughter pass through the fire of Molech. 2 Chronicles 33:6. And he caused his children to pass through the fire in the valley of the son. All right, same thing. I'm read it anyways. In the fire of the valley of the son of Hinnom, he also observed times and used enchantments, used witchcraft, and dealt with familiar spirits, with wizards. And he wrought much evil in the sight of the Lord to provoke him to anger, right? But even now, right, they'll take your kid, what's the name of that goddamn company? Right, they take your kids, I can't think of it, it won't come to my head, but yeah, but if I'll just say a bad parent, whatever, right, they take your kid, right, and you'll never get your goddamn kid back. Or you got to do all this work to get your kid back. CPS, that's the name of it. All right, Child Protection Services, right? They be in there freaking off on your kids, brainwashing your kids, you know? Anyway, but let's go back to this article. It says taxpayers funded trans dolls with removable genitalia coming classrooms this fall for kids as young as 4 to learn about different options. So you see, it starts with what? Your thoughts, man, them brainwashing your kids. All right, indoctrination. You know, casting them spells on them, putting demons on them. All right, it says taxpayer-funded transgender dolls featuring removable genital are set to enter Minnesota classrooms this fall, reaching children as young as 4 years old. Look at that, man. This is some freaky mess. According to the report, New York Post, these first of their kind paper dolls bearing gender-neutral names such as Sam, Rory, Avery, and Parker will allow young students to experiment with interchangeable clothing, hairstyles, accessories, both internal and external genitals, man. Developed over more than 6 years at the University of Minnesota Medical School Institute for Sexual Gender Health, the project aims to help children learn about the different options that exist for who they can be, in the words of one therapist involved. The dolls originated as a research intuitive that paid $20 to $60 to trans and gender diverse children and their parents to engage with prototypes and discuss gender and bodies in this settings, man. So there you have it right there, man. You see what these devils are doing. All right. Here's a filthy, nasty place. All right. But let's go into Wisdom of Solomon real quick. Hold on. Make sure I get Solomon. All right, so it's Wisdom of Solomon, the 12th chapter, right? And this is the same thing that's taking place today. It says, "For thy incorruptible spirit is in all things. Therefore thou chastenest thou them by little, and little doth offend, warnest them by putting them in remembrance wherein they have offended, that leaving their wickedness, that they may believe on thee, O Lord. For it was thy will to destroy by thy hands of our fathers both of those old inhabitants of the Holy Land, whom thou hatest for doing the most odious works of witchcraft and wicked sacrifices," right? And that's what you're doing. You're sacrificing your kid. "And also those merciless murderers of children, devourers of man's flesh," right? Cannibalism. Right. Oh, another thing, right? On Epstein Island, they was eating the kids. The one dude, right? The video years ago, the one small hat guy he was talking about had kidnapped the kids, drained the blood, sacrifice them, and grind the meat up in sausage or ground beef and sell it in McDonald's. All right. It says odious works of witchcrafts, wicked sacrifices, and all those merciless murders, and children devourers of man's flesh, and feasts of blood, with their priests out of the midst of their idolatrous crew, the parents, and I messed that word up. It's idolatrous, right? In the midst of that idolatrous crew, the parents that kill with their own hands, souls destitute of help, right? And another video I was watching, right? The father had twins, right? And the woman was teaching one boy to be a girl, and she kept the other one just as a boy, right? So showing you, hey, a lot of these, especially them goddamn white women, right? They be into that. Especially like the movie stars too. That's where a lot of them learned it from. I forgot that lady name, but she was getting kids from Africa, right? And dressing the little boys up as girls, man. You see? Anyways, I'm gonna stop right there. Giving all praise and glory to Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai by Hashem Rakadash. Double honors to the elders of GMS. Also salutations. So I came out there to switch this truth, and also shalom to the rest of the whole elect. Peace.